So I had to bring her in last night because she was not suckling on her mom. She was in 74-degree weather last night, or I should say heat in the house. Had her own blanket and her own cage, very big cage, a kennel. And she was doing very badly yesterday. She was very weak. So I prayed over her last night and this morning, asking the Lord to help her to pull through. And that's exactly what he did. And it really needed a miracle because she was very weak and there was no chance she would have made it overnight. So her mother wasn't really paying much attention to her yesterday either, which was a big concern. I think that when a mother knows their baby's very sick and there's nothing they can do for them, they tend to maybe abandon them some. Some might completely walk away. She was separated from her sibling and the mother was paying more attention to this one than to that one. So I think we remedied that. I took the baby away for the least amount of time possible so that the baby would not start to see me as the mother, which already started to happen given the way the baby was bumping me when she was in my arms. So she seems to be doing much better. She's not ready to go out in a regular goat population yet, but she is better to be with her mom. So if she shows any sign of weakness later today, I'll bring her back in and bottle feed her some more. She's still going to get bottle fed, but she's going to get bottle fed if she doesn't continue to suckle. But as long as she's doing this, she should be okay. She should gain weight pretty fast. She was the firstborn. She is 2 days old, so she wasn't born yesterday. She was born the day before, somewhere around 11 a.m. This one has had 2 babies before, and she's fixing to have maybe 2 more. One of her babies is over here somewhere, out in the bigger pen. It's super dark brown. And these are all the other babies that were born in the last 2.5 weeks. I believe, now, let's see, there's another one besides this one that's pregnant. So that's where we're at. So all the babies are playing together now. They've all learned to get along, and I'm going to let the non-mothers in with the mothers because they all are part of the same family. Crazy as rough as I am as a person, that when it comes to these babies, I've just completely changed me. Being a rancher the last 5 years has completely changed who I am and the way I see things. It's really something. I'm no expert, but we have overcome a lot of very difficult obstacles. Her, for example, she's one that I actually had to take to the vet. She needed a blood transfusion, the mom. She was dying. She was anemic. She just got suddenly sick. Nobody could figure out what was wrong with her. The vet had to do an on-the-spot blood transfusion here at the ranch before we could transfer her. So we had to grab a male, and we had to tap into the male and transfer blood on a table in my tack room. That's how bad off she was. She couldn't even stand up. She couldn't walk. She was at the vet for about a week. That bill was about $1,200. Now, retrospectively, that kind of money, we really couldn't afford it at the time. We couldn't afford it now. That's, a lot of money to save a goat. But, you get into it, right? It's like you would do that for your dog, and I've done it for several dogs before in the thousands, probably when I shouldn't have. But, these are number 3 and 4. She's had a litter last year. Now she's kidded again this year. So she has produced. She's a great mom. She's very protective of her babies. Aren't you? Hey. Psst. And I think this one and I are going to have a very special relationship for her whole life. She's a little confused as to where I fit in. But she knows I'll feed her. And wipe her butt. Huh? What'd you think of that? All right, Mom, we're going to take a break. Good job. Thank you for taking her back in the fold.